Hi students, it's your professor Nicole Tafaro. I'm already getting quite a few questions about the PRIZM zip code lookup website, so I want to create a quick video to give you guys a little bit of an idea of what you're seeing and how to use it. What you're seeing on the screen right now is the Module 3 folder. Sorry about that. When you go into the Module 3 folder under Modules, Weekly Modules, you're looking for the zip code lookup screen. So if I click on that, what's going to open up is a page that looks like this. Now your screen may also have another box next to the 5-digit zip code. It's going to ask you to type in a code that you see. Once you've done that the first time, you won't have to continue doing it. It's just to make sure that you're not a bot, a robot. So I'm going to go ahead and pick a zip code and enter it. And if we wait for that to load, what we're going to see on the right-hand side is a map, and it's telling us that this is Feasterville, Trevose, Pennsylvania. On the left-hand side, we're going to see 5 different segments of this zip code. So looking at them quickly, we see wealthy, older, mostly without kids, or the gray power. Upscale, middle-aged, mostly with kids, are the executive suites. Cruising to retirement, upscale, older people that are mostly without kids. Middleburg managers, upscale, middle-aged family mix, and then the tool belt traditionalists, mid-scale, older, mostly without kids. So let's go ahead and click on gray power. This is going to open up and it's going to give us even more information about this segment. It tells us that the wealthy, older, mostly without kids couples of gray power consists of upscale, older couples typically living just beyond the nation's beltways. The segment is a haven for white-collar professionals drawn to comfortable homes and apartments within a manageable commute to downtown jobs, restaurants, and entertainment. They enjoy traveling and watching golf on television. If we look below that at the snapshot, it tells us the median household income is $123,000 a year. That's a lot of money. Also that they own a Lexus. They like to eat at the Bonefish Grill. They shop at Chico's, which for you guys that don't know, Chico's is an upscale woman's boutique. They follow the LPGA, excuse me, my phone beeped, tour, and they like to visit Alaska. We already know that they enjoy traveling. So this is what the gray power is about. If we click backwards, we can take a look at another segment, and I'm going to look at the bottom one, the tool belt traditionalists. Now this is really different because these are mid-scale, older, mostly without kids, and like many other older segments, tool belt traditionalists have empty nests. If something needs to be fixed, they are likely to fix it themselves with their own power tools or paint. They enjoy the benefits of AARP, and they are frequent QVC and HSN shoppers. Those are both online shopping networks. Under the snapshot, we see that their median household income is only $61,287, considerably less than the other segment. They drive a Buick. The other segment drove a Lexus. They like to eat at Bob Evans, which is more of a family restaurant. They shop at Chico's. They follow the tours, and they take cruises, as opposed to visiting somewhere like Alaska. It doesn't mention that traveling is one of their things to do. So if we're taking a look at the 2 different segments, we've got enough information to write our discussion board about both of these segments. In the top area, we're finding out what their likes and dislikes are, whether they're older, younger, middle-aged, whether they have children or not. These are demographics. Down here under lifestyle and media traits, these would be psychographics. So we can write our discussion board just picking out 2 of those 5 different topics. What's interesting here is that you are not required to choose one of these 5 segments to write your assignment on this week. You can go outside the box and choose a completely different city to write your assignment on. But if we were looking at the gray power and the tool belt traditionalists, a couple things jumped out at me about tool belt traditionalists. First of all, one of the things that I saw is that they are frequent QVC and HSN shoppers. What does that mean? These are online websites. And where is our product going to be sold? It's going to be sold online and in the SNHU flagship store. So knowing that these people like to shop online might make them the right target audience. But we also have to consider their household income. $61,287 a year. It's certainly not poor, but can these people afford a premium pet food that is expensive? It's 10% higher than the competition. And with that in mind, do they have dogs? We have to actually think about that. These are mid-scale, older couples, mostly without kids. So think about the middle-aged, mid-range income, older people you know. Do they want a pet in the house? Some people would say yes because it's empty nest syndrome, and other people would say absolutely not because they can't afford to take care of a pet. They don't want to walk a dog. They don't want the responsibility. If we go back to the other segments and we take a look at the executive suites, let's see what they have to say. The executive suites have accumulated wealth. The residents of executive suites tend to be prosperous and active professionals who own multiple computers, large screen TVs, and are above average in their use of technology. There's that technology again. They might order online. Executive suites also enjoy cultural activities from reading books to attending theater and watching independent movies. Now, if we look a little bit more, they have a higher income than the last group. They have an $80,000 a year income. They drive a Mazda, but they drink Starbucks coffee. We all know that Starbucks is not the cheapest coffee they could drink, so they enjoy indulging in Starbucks. They shop at Express, also an upscale store. They play tennis, and they stay in the Radisson. The Radisson is a hotel chain. It's an upscale hotel chain. So these people are not afraid to spend money. That's what I'm seeing here. I'm also seeing that because they have multiple computers and that they have an above average use in technology, they are probably shopping online as well. So when you are writing your discussion board, choose any two segments. It doesn't matter if they're rich, if they're poor. It doesn't matter if they're technologically challenged or if they own 5 computers. Pick any two to write about in the discussion board. What I want to see is that you can find the demographics and the psychographics. Then, when you go to write your assignment, think about your pet product. We know that it's 10% more expensive than the competition. We know that it will only be sold in the flagship store as well as online through the company website. We have already figured out what the strengths of the company are and the weaknesses of the company. You've looked at your opportunities and your threats. So try to find a zip code or a geographic area that will work best for your pet food. I think that should give you a good place to get started. If you have any other questions, please email me. Good luck, everybody.